In 1914, Germany's Schleifen plan failed at the Marne. The war got stuck in trenches, and everyone knew drag it out and they'd starve before they won. So they took the fight elsewhere, new fronts, new allies, and a whole lot of risky plans. Britain cut off Germany's sea supplies, especially food and fertilizer, basically to wreck their economy, make them go hungry, and hope they'd give up faster. Japan wanted more land, so they took the chance to grab Germany's colonies in East Asia. Australia quickly took German New Guinea and nearby islands. In Africa, the Allies attacked Germany's colonies from all sides and took them. Hundreds of thousands of African people died from hunger and exhaustion because of the war's aftermath. But this tragedy is barely mentioned in the history books. Italy was supposed to be with Germany and Austria-Hungary, but when the war started, they were like, this doesn't look like self-defense, I'll just stay out. Then, in 1915, the Allies whispered, "Hey Italy, join us and we'll give you free land." Italy said, "Nice deal," and boom, Italy switched sides. The Central Powers got a new member, but wait, let's see who was the unluckiest. And the winner is the Ottomans! They got pulled into the war by Germany before they even knew what was happening. See, the Ottomans had been hating on Russia for a long time, and Germany did too. So they teamed up. Germany promised land, trade deals, and even handed over 2 warships. Next thing you know, those ships were bombing Russian ports, and the Ottomans were suddenly in the war with Germany. In a frozen mountain region between Russia and the Ottoman Empire, Ottomans tried to fight Russia in the snowy Caucasus. But instead of bullets, the cold killed most of their soldiers. Then, the Allies launched the Gallipoli campaign to take the Dardanelles, but they got pushed back because of this handsome Ottoman commander, Mustafa Kemal. After losing in the Caucasus, the Ottomans blamed the Armenian people and carried out mass killings, with around 1.5 million lives lost. Germany sent spies to Afghanistan to convince them to go against Britain, but the mission failed because the Afghan king thought Britain was too strong, Germany was too far. So he just stayed out to keep his throne. Germany knew the Allies had more troops and weapons, so in their war room they decided, all right, let's be jerks. Germany opened up cylinders of chlorine gas and let the wind carry it over to the Allied trenches. Then they started using phosgene and mustard gas. Germany also used submarines to sink civilian ships. One of them was the British ship Lusitania, where 128 American citizens were killed. The US got really mad and leaned toward the Allies. Germany used giant zeppelins to bomb London and other British cities, killing civilians and spreading fear among the population. The Allies also started using chemical weapons after Germany used them first. And they had been hiding anti-submarine weapons on their civilian ships. The Central Powers were struggling to crush Serbia, so they called up Bulgaria. They promised land, Bulgaria said, "Sounds good," and Serbia was attacked from all sides and collapsed. Back on the main front, Germany attacked the French city of Verdun. France fought hard to hold it, with hundreds of thousands of casualties, and they begged the British to open another front to take the pressure off Verdun. The British launched the Battle of the Somme, a brutal and bloody fight, with about 57,000 British soldiers killed or wounded on the first day. And they rolled out a super cool new weapon, the tank. Problem was, it was slow as heck and kept breaking down all the time. After getting tired of fighting on land, Germany and Britain turned to the sea. Both were now developing a new type of battleship called the Dreadnought, but building one was extremely expensive. Down south, there was another big fight, a full-on attack in the desert. The British sent weapons, money, and even advisors like T.E. Lawrence, also known as Lawrence of Arabia. He led the Arab forces to attack the Hejaz Railway, cutting off the Ottoman supply lines. Russia got pushed back deep into its own land by the Central Powers, but being a good ally, it launched the Brusilov offensive and totally smashed Austria-Hungary. By 1917, Russia was falling apart. Millions dead, people starving, and chaos everywhere. Everyone hated the Tsar Nicholas II, who basically listened to his wife and a sketchy monk named Rasputin. In February, workers and soldiers in Petrograd said, enough. The army sent to stop them, but they joined them instead. The Tsar quit. Bye-bye Romanovs. A few months later, Lenin showed up like peace, land, and bread. He topples the government, brings communism to life. Germany basically sent Mexico a message saying, if the US joins the war against us, you should attack them, and in return, we'll help you get back Texas. Britain intercepted and decoded Germany's message, then showed it to the US. And soon after, President Woodrow Wilson declared war on Germany. In 1918, the war was heading toward its final stage and everything was changing. Russia signed the Treaty of Brest-Litovsk and officially left the war. Germany launched the Spring Offensive, a final, desperate attempt to break through the Allied lines before American forces could fully arrive. Although they advanced quickly at first, but their supply lines collapsed, their troops exhausted, and the offensive ultimately failed. After that, American soldiers joined the fight, strengthening the Allies' power and morale. The Germans were pushed back on every front, and their defenses collapsed. By late 1918, the Central Powers collapsed one by one. Bulgaria surrendered first, followed by the Ottoman Empire and Austria-Hungary. Finally, Germany surrendered. Germany was forced to sign the Treaty of Versailles, losing much of its land and colonies, paying massive war reparations, and limiting its army to just 100,000 men. World War I left Europe in ruins. Over 16 million dead, tens of millions wounded, and an entire generation lost. From the shadows of defeat, hatred and despair would rise again, leading humanity into an even darker nightmare: World War II.